Carolyn McCardle, public address announcer for your San Francisco Giants, and you're listening to Forever SF Giants.
You know where you are? You're in Forever Giants podcast, baby. We just swept the Cubs. That's right, baby. We're on fire. And I'm Schmitty, and that's Christian. And we, a little extra jovial. We just took 2 out of 3 from the Brewers, swept the Cubs. We got the Orioles coming in. And we never say die. People were asking me at the game last night, Schmitty, tell me, do we still have a chance? I said, look, the cards are stacked against us, but it ain't over yet. The fat lady hasn't even put her blouse on. We're still playing ball out here. My smile is radiant. I got my guy, Rafael Devers, the dude, hitting 2 home runs in 1 game. Followed by Adamas, 2 home runs in 1 game. What more can we want? How about a walk-off? Jung-Hoo Lee, Jung-Hoo Lee. Christian, what's your view from down there? Give it to me.
The grandson of the win, W-I-N, win. How about that? And, you know, all I could think of in the 9th inning was like, okay, Lee's up now. Somebody else is up next. And Bailey is in the hole, meaning potentially they could have the bases loaded with 2 outs and Bailey batting in the bottom of the 9th. And I said, I don't want to see Patrick Bailey walk to the plate. I want this game to end right here, right now. And Jung-Hoo did everybody a huge solid. And Christian Koss getting around from second, totally unnecessary slide, right? The throw was like not even close.
It's like Ricky Henderson hitting the automatic home run and sliding into home. You just feel it and you want to just
the hustle, man.
The celebration after. Did you see Jung-Hoo Lee? He looked scared. They were coming after him.
Willie was chasing him and he's like, oh no, I don't know. He hasn't had a walk-off. That's the first one, right?
No, I think that's his first one.
So yeah, of course he's gonna be terrified. He didn't know what's coming. And he got a lackluster Gatorade bath. He managed to dodge most of it, but yeah, great win, great series, coming off a good series with the Brewers. And you know, everybody who is shitting on Adames needs to think about this, okay? The adjustment period, look at the second half he's had. If he had a first half that was even marginally close to what his second half was, he'd be over 30 home runs already. We'd have our first 30 homer guy since Bonds, right?
Right.
And Devers, I mean, he's still not physically 100%. You know, you look at him run, you're like, oh man, he's still hurt. But dude, his bat is playing right now. So all good. You know, obviously the math is against the Giants, but the math doesn't say they're out yet. So until that happens, it's all gravy, baby.
Yep. I think one thing we know, and we've known since they signed Rafael Devers, is the guy's a dude.
Rafael Devers is a dude.
The fastest so far tonight. It's the last swing to Devers and a strikeout. Rafael Devers. His third.
Rafael Devers is a dude. Rafael Devers is a dude. He's a dude.
We got a lot to update on that track too. We got a bunch of stuff that I'm going to, when I have time, I'm going to make that thing a little spicier. We got fucking great defensive plays. We got more home runs. But what we don't have, what did I say? The day we got Devers, and I'm holding true, guys, but we're running out of time. First splash hit by Devers equals a jersey. No splash hits. Senor, you got to pull the ball. You can hit it into center. You can hit it in the left. We know you got that, but let's get one in the water. I want to get a Devers jersey, baby.
Yeah, well, they haven't exactly been pitching him in the way that, somebody hangs one in the right part of the plate for him to do it. So he'll take it to any field. He goes oppo. That home run he hit last night with the batter's eye half in the sun, and he just drilled it out to the garden was just incredible, man. And it didn't even look like a full swing. That was the crazy part. Like, he clobbered that ball, right? And the follow through wasn't all the way. He kind of went 3/4 of the way around and then stood there and looked. And oh yeah, all right. So a thing of beauty. So I can't, obviously I want to see him run out the rest of the season in fine form. I want to see him finish over 500. I want to see him at least sniff the wild card, if nothing else. And then, start getting focused on next year and start getting real excited because things are going to be a couple notches up on the bedpost next year for sure.
Yeah. While we're talking about first, I do want to give a tip of the hat to Justin Verlander, who won his first game ever at Oracle. Not first game this year, first game ever. And I got to say, I like the guy. He's had a horrible year, but he's still got his class. Like, the first comment is like, I got to be honest, I wish it happened in 2012. Like, he's still having fun out there and playing with the media a little bit and, showing you that he has a sense of humor and he understands that, like, things haven't been going his way, but the last thing you're going to hear him do is point the finger, which is, to me, a class act and the sign of a Hall of Famer and a veteran. And a lot of stuff has been talked about. But also in the pitching department, I have to mention this guy that everybody wanted to put on the trade block. Are you kidding me with the Logan Webb trades earlier in this year? The guy's approaching 200 strikeouts. He continues to lead the league in innings pitched. He's not an ace. He's not an ace. You know what Tommy Pham says to he's not an ace? You know what he says? He says this. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Logan Webb is a Giant forever. We don't want him going nowhere. We want him pulling a Brandon Crawford minus the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yep. Yeah, he's the anchor, right? And the game that Verlander pitched, I mean, look, if you want an example of something turning the tide, Verlander gets a win at Oracle, okay? The Giants beat a left-hander in the City Connect uniforms.
Yeah, it was all going our way. That's when like, ooh, is something about
the trifecta kind of like something happened. There was some real like mojo in the ballpark, right?
Oh boy, look at this. Anthony says, guys, you're going up against Glenn K. I guess that's Glenn Kuiper having FP Santangelo, and Tom and Ray going at the moment. My guess is Tom and Ray are talking 95% 49ers and what ifs and Purdy and backup quarterbacks and what's going to happen with Jennings. A lot of salami that I don't eat, so I don't care about that. Glenn Kuiper and FP, respect. I ain't going up against nobody, Anthony. We're here to do our thing. Listen to it when you want. If you're not able to make it live, that's on you. But we're here.
Absolutely. So look, the Giants and the Cubs both had the same number of hits today. 8 hits. The Giants just managed to eke out one extra run and walk off sweet. But I think the bigger thing is like, look, the Giants just played two of the best teams in the National League. I don't care where the Cubs sit in the standings. They are definitely a powerhouse in the National League. Brewers, obviously, best ball team in the National League pretty much all season. And the Giants just kind of rise up and get it done. They get it done with a laugher. They get it done with a tight game. They get it done with a walk-off. There was a lot of, just the difference in these two series was like from all of the games in the previous month and a half. Every time the Giants got behind, they came back. It wasn't like this, oh man, we lost the lead, we're done. So it goes back to the whole thing we were talking about playing with some pride, playing, having a little swagger and confidence, just feeling like, you know what, we get in the whole 1, 2, 3 runs, we're not done. We're not done.
No, and this is what we've been looking for all year. I mean, obviously, we can't not address the elephant in the room. This is real late in the season, and we've been looking for it all to happen, and it just hasn't been there for whatever reason. I don't know what clicked. I don't know if Devers got more comfortable. A lot's happened where we have Adames first year. Devers moves in the middle of the season, so it's not even a full year for him here. He came from the east to the west, changed leagues, and he's also getting like all this media attention for like maybe being a problem behind scenes in Red Sox. But all I know is when I look at the Giants play, I see Adames and Devers. They've got this connection that is like a great piece for like the core to grow. Chapman's in there too. And now we got Casey Schmitt jumping on board. This guy, that double play that happened the other night where Adames went out and then just threw it behind, it reminded me of Crawford and Panic. It was like I was watching it from left field. I was next to the bleachers, so I got that angle. And it looked like there's no way this is happening. And it happened. And I'm just like, dude, if we can start playing flawless defense and getting a couple clutch hits when runners are in scoring position, that's all we've been asking for. Like we already got the pitching. The bullpen is kind of getting remodeled, if you will, but they're close to being just as good as it was earlier. I think losing Duvall was sad for me, but it was clearly the right thing to do. He's been struggling, and we might get Rogers back in the offseason. So I'm not worried about the bullpen at all. I love what I'm seeing with like Christian Koss's grittiness. I like how many games in a row have we given Matos? This is what we've been saying it since opening day. Let the guys play. Repetition is how they get comfortable, how they get into a groove, and then let's see what happens. And I think Matos has finally had a door open for him that he can stay and not have to worry about going to sack, hopefully. And the dude's, even his outs are loud. Like he's been playing good. He's been playing pretty good defense. I haven't seen too many blunders there. It's been all good. And, Ramos got picked on for his comments earlier in the month. And then he's had some pretty bad base running and defensive, but the guy's a solid hitter. He's been he had a clutch hit the other night, and he just continues to be like kind of the guy that grew up in the Giants organization. Like we had Logan Webb, and then now we have Matos and Ramos is maybe a year ahead of Matos. So it's like we're starting to see like this is our guys. It's like we got Chapman, we got Adames, we got Devers. They're becoming our guys because we got them from other teams. But these other guys grew in our organization, and that's like the beauty when you see a Ramos finally get it, and he's playing all year. He makes an all-star game. Logan Webb. We got Peguero came up, and I'm super excited about a 0.0 ERA with 100 miles an hour and a pretty nasty-looking curveball. I don't know how many pitches he's got, and I don't know what the word's going to get out when people make adjustments. But right now, you got to love it.
Yeah. What's saving him because I think he's only got 3 pitches, 2.5 basically, but location with 101 is, guys he's not striking everybody out, but the thing is he's getting a lot of like weak contact, pop-ups and ground balls, so he's doing exactly what he needs to be doing. And they might figure him out a little bit. I think he needs to go in the off season and develop another pitch or another variation of one of those 3 pitches and mix it up a little bit more. But everything I've seen so far, I mean, losing Duvall and Rogers, Peguero just came right in, just fit right in automatically. It's strong,
And this guy Bucco they picked up, he's looked not horrible. He's been pretty good.
Yeah, Buteau's been good. Lucchese has had a couple of shaky ones, but he's been better than he's been worse. Gage, I don't know what happened to him. He was great, and then he wasn't. But, you know, the bullpen isn't like depleted because they shipped those two guys out.
No.
Right? But, you know, to your point with the homegrown guys, look, Schmidt, Koss, Matos, Ramos, Bailey even, you know. I mean, those guys are all
Landon,
from
Rube,
Rube,
Keaton Wynn. I mean, there's a lot actually that are, especially that are like on the fence trying to climb over, right? Like, next year we're gonna have a lot of guys wanting to be a part of this squad. Yeah, Eldridge, Wisenhunt. The list goes on.
Yeah. Well, apparently, and I didn't actually hear it, but I guess Posey got on the radio and said we're not seeing Eldridge this year.
Yeah,
which is great. You know, I want him to finish out in Sacramento. You know, even if he wants to be up here, it's like, what's the point right now? You know, these guys are clicking, things are working. Devers is playing good first base. Dom Smith fills in nicely on the days that Devers is the DH. Like, why mess with it? Just let these guys run it out at this point, you know?
I heard a good thing. Mr. Crowley, my guy, Kerry Crowley, earlier was talking about it. He was commenting on Buster's thing. And this really made sense to me. And I hopefully it'll make sense to our forever faithful viewers. What's the point in bringing Eldridge up for 25 games? All it can do is show him how much he needs to improve. Like, the pitching is going to overwhelm him. And then he goes into the off season like a deer in headlights. Let him just keep grinding away and have him come up next year and try to make the team. But look, if you bring him up, you have to put him on the 40-man roster. And why would you bring somebody up just to bring him up and make the 40-man roster lose somebody that you don't have to lose, and bring up a guy earlier than you want to, that in a business mind, you're wanting to extend that because that's going to help your contract be later as far as like when you're going to have to really pay the guys. So I think all of it makes a lot of sense. And look, his power is undeniable. But as we know, strikeouts kind of cancel out the power sometimes. And this guy tends to strike out a lot. His defense is still needing improvement. And then also, we got a log jam at first base. We got Devers. We got Wilmer. We got Dominic Smith. You know, like, what are we going to do? So I'm like, and look, the new schedule just came out. We're opening up at home next year against the Yankees. So here's our challenge to you, Bryce Eldridge. Be a part of our opening day against Aaron Judge and make history. It's the first game of MLB season next year. Giants, Yankees, national TV. And here's the young this is the guy. And then win Rookie of the Year. Let's just say that and watch the Giants go to the playoffs and be a part. Like, you could be the pivotal guy, much like Buster Posey was, where it's like, you took the squad, put them on your back. And I mean, these guys already got some talent. I mean, I'm excited to have Devers here for 7 years? Like, and dude, people got to stop knocking Adames too. The guy, in the history of the Giants, there has only been 3 shortstops that have hit more than 20 home runs. And one of them's name is Willie Adames. So I would just say that. The guy is probably going to get better. This was a full adjustment year for him. And his attitude is like, you can't buy that. Like, it's incredible how much stoke that guy has to offer, his personality, how he meshes with the crew, the whole Gatorade thing, all of it. It's like, that's a vibe. And that's the kind of stuff we want to see. You never saw Austin Slater or those kind of guys doing anything like this. So let's get the flavor. Jung-Hoo Lee's got flavor. Chappie's even trying to get a little flavor. He's like a little turtle that he'll come out and show you a little flavor and then come back in. He's a little reserved, but Logan Webb's giving great interviews. I think the team is just becoming this really fun thing to be a part of. And jump on now, because the people that wait till they're good and jump on, it's so obvious when you have that brand new lid and they've already won the World Series. It's just, that's bogus. Come on.
Yeah. I always forget how fast Chapman is. Watching him run the bases, like, he's fast, man.
Yeah,
Chapman can run, and he's been hitting. So, yeah, I feel like at some point in the last 2 weeks, they turned the page. I don't know if maybe the pressure got let off because they felt like they were out of it, and then whatever it was, something changed, and for the better. And it seems like these guys are playing with they're just relaxed now. It seemed for a month and a half, everything was so tense. Everything was so tight, and it wasn't working. So whatever, now I don't know, maybe the dispensary came out with a new strain, whatever it is, something's working,
Do you think there's a chance, this is just us because we don't know, but is there a chance that the fire got put under the coaches so much that the coaches turned up the coaching a notch, or is this just the baseball gods, or is this the players finally connected, or is it kind of a lot of everything?
I think it's probably a combination of a lot of things, but there might be something to that. You might be onto something, because all the talk around the Giants just 2 weeks ago was Melvin's getting shit canned. The coaches are getting shit canned. Matt Williams, Pat Burrell, JP Martinez might survive. All the rest probably out, right? And they'll go all the way down to player development level, where they say, okay, Randy Wynn's got to stay because he's a baseball genius. And beyond that, let's just clean house. So maybe they felt like we got to figure out a new way to coach these guys up, whether it's, we be more hands-on or more disciplined, whatever it is, something had to happen. I mean, that's quite possible. And I just think, if you're in a bad stretch, it's like everybody gets sick of it. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of going out here and feeling like nothing I do works, nothing anybody else does works. We're not getting it done. We're better than this, and then at some point you prove that you're better than that. And that's what they've done 5 games in a row. So, and even the first game of the Brewers series, it wasn't like they got wiped out. They were in that game. So they could have had 2 sweeps. Oh, is Anthony chiming in about the bunker? What's going on here?
Oh, look at this. Dun, 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 dun.
BUNKERGATE.
BUNKERGATE. According to our sources, Cambiar never got paid, or Cambiar never paid rent for the spot. So since the Giants are playing hardball with the new contract, they are talking with the other guys to move them to 95.7. Wow. I was down in the bunker yesterday, and Nego Ned was down there actually, and I saw him, and he's got a little piece that he put together, but I was like, hey, you're not going on while we got a winning streak, bro. No negativity during this. I'm all fired up, so I don't want to hear it, but I am curious. Inquiring minds are definitely wanting to know what's going on down there. The Cambiar stuff is still in there. We got photos. There's some weird CDs. There's a banner. Their mics and all that stuff still in there. But it looks kind of like, a little bit of a mess. I'm still hearing rumors that it could be the Post Malone Bone Zone, where one of the DJs went in there after the Post Malone show and left a used condom. So we don't know any of the details 100%. It's all rumor and speculation right now. But what I do know is KMBR is sealed lips. They will not mention it. They're not even making reference to it. If you bring it up in the chat, if you call in, they're going to pretend like they don't know what you're talking about. To me, that's an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, look, I mean, I get it. Everybody's an environmentally conscious hippie in San Francisco, and you're not supposed to flush the prophylactics. Okay, but find a trash can. Slob, what are you doing? You gonna leave that around? Like nobody needs your spent latex bullet. That's one way to create a problem real quick. Somebody walks by, looks in the window, and goes, "Oh, we got to put a stop to this."
Wow. Yeah, we'll find out more. I got 2 tickets this weekend, so I'm going to 2 of the 3 Baltimore games, and hopefully I can keep the broom behind me, and we'll do another sweep. As long as we keep winning, there's going to be no negativity on this channel. I want to keep it.
Yeah.
The vibe's high. We still got what's their record right now? They're 2 games out of 500, so I think it's like 6. Is it? What is it? 62 and 64 or something?
66 and 68 right now.
66 and 68. So
that makes them 3rd in the NL West. They're still ahead of the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and the Cardinals. They're only behind the Reds right now as teams out of the wild card. 6.5 games out of the wild card. The Reds have fallen to 4.5 out. The Mets are the last of the wild card teams. And they're 72 and 61. So I guess we're 6.5 games behind the New York Mets. And I'll tell you guys this. Normally, I would say no possible way. But I've seen the Mets collapse year after year after year. So if the Giants stay hot, I say anything's possible right now. I think there's enough time to do some damage. And the worst case scenario is maybe we knock the Dodgers out of the top spot and the Padres come in to win the NL West, something fun like that. As long as we're seeing good games and wins, I'm pretty happy. I get it that it's late, but I'm happy. I love seeing the offense finally here, and it really makes it feel like this is what the future will hold.
Yep.
So,
well, all those people that were whining about having to move the fences in at Oracle, Giants have homered in 10 straight games now. So that's some games on the road, some games at home. But just in these last 2 games, you have 5 home runs, 6 home runs in 2 games at Oracle. Let's just leave all that, alone. Speaking of the Mets, Devers is 2nd in all of baseball in walks. You know who's 1st?
On the Giants?
No, just in the league. Devers is 2nd in all of baseball in walks.
Oh, wow. First is Soto?
You got it. Yep.
He's got a good eye.
And I think Devers is only 2 or 3 behind him. So that shows you how much he's feared, right? So you put him in a spot in the lineup where it's like, get another solid bat right behind him. One of those, they're going to have to run the gauntlet. You want to walk the guy. And next year he's going to have healthy legs. He's not going to be gimping around. So it's good. And I just want to see good ball down the stretch. I want to see games like today's game was fantastic. The game the other night was great. Last night was just position players pitching and, teeing off, but could have been worse. Did you see the Angels score?
I saw a game last night. Somebody scored 20 runs.
Yeah.
Was that the Angels game?
Yeah. The Angels obviously gave up the 20 runs. And what was really lame is I watched a little bit of the late innings, and these guys were just teeing off, hitting home runs off the field position pitcher. And it's like, okay, at some point you're up 16 runs. Like, is that really necessary? Like, just play a little pepper, get the game over with. They're not getting back in it, right? It just was a bad look.
We even had the Cubs had a position player throw in the 9th inning last night.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Like,
okay.
But I mean, Ramos hit a home run. It's cool, whatever. But in this Angels game, the other team was just one after another, just boom, boom, boom. And it just was like, man, just let it go. Like, just get the game over with. You guys go home, get a good night's sleep, go to bed early, but instead you're, just trying to run it up even more. And that San Diego Seattle game the other night was insane. Laureano hits a grand slam in the first inning. Then the Mariners claw it back, and then Suarez hits the 3-run bomb to go ahead. And then the Padres go back ahead. Like, it was a nutty game. It was exciting.
What a year Suarez is having, huh? Jeez Louise.
Yeah, he probably won't duplicate it. And he's a free agent at the end of the year, right? So
I think so. I'm not positive on that. I was looking at our dude, Rafael Devers, and his stats. And it was interesting because somehow I came up with this website that gave me just his stats as a Giant. And that's kind of what I've been wanting to see. So his stats are overall for the whole year. He's batting .258 with 27 home runs, 89 RBIs, 129 hits, and an OPS of .856. But as a Giant, this is really interesting. He only has played 62 games as a Giant with 228 at-bats. He has 12 home runs already. He has 31 RBIs and 11 doubles. And what's interesting to me is in 110 games, Wilmer Flores has 2 more home runs than Devers' 62 games. So in other words, Flores has played all year as a Giant, and he has 14 total home runs. Elliot Ramos has played 131 games, which is double the amount of Devers. He has 16 home runs to Devers' 12. I think Devers is going to pass most of these guys besides Adames as just a Giant.
Yep.
Like, he's definitely going to hit 30 home runs. He's 3 away from that. But I agree. I'm not counting a 30 home run season from a part-time, half a year Giant.
Of course not.
But all I'm saying is next year it's happening, barring an injury or something. Like, this guy is definitely 30 home runs a year or plus. Yeah. And I think he's going to strike out less. I think he's just trying so hard that once he gets comfortable, the strikeouts will go down, the average will go up a little. It's going to be a fun watch, man. This guy is fun. It's been a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, and that the strikeout numbers next year aren't going to be. I mean, that's the one flaw in his numbers in San Francisco. The strikeouts have been pretty. Yeah, the strikeouts have been pretty high. But I mean, look, most of these pitchers he's never seen before. All these National League guys, it's like when they play these teams, it's like new guys in rotations that he's missed on the times that they've played National League teams. So he'll get comfortable in the National League and facing these guys. And once he sees these guys a couple of times, he's going to destroy. So it is one of the most impactful moves that they've made in quite some time. And I mean, the Adames one's no joke either, but Devers is like a baller, right? And since they're facing the Yankees first season next year, look out, Yankees, because he's the ultimate Yankee killer. And what's crazy, that first game that day, there's only one game, and it's the Giants-Yankees.
Yeah.
And the season starts the next day.
Yeah. And then that's the only bad thing is I hate that, where a team plays and then they have the next day off. So the first game of the year is the Giants. Then the next day, everybody starts except for the Giants. And then the day after that, they're back. But yeah, dude, it's exciting. I don't know if you had a chance to look too in depth onto the schedule, but there's a cool combination road trip for you guys out there that want to do those kinds of things. They're playing Milwaukee and the Chicago Cubs back to back. That's like an hour and a half, 2 hour at the most drive from Chicago to Milwaukee. So you can fly into one, fly out of the other, or fly in and out of the same and see the Giants for like 6 or 7 games. I think it's 2-3 game series. I'm eyeing the Pittsburgh Pirates because I haven't been to that stadium, but the Giants are going to Baltimore next year, which is cool. There's a bunch of American League. I'm not excited about Texas Rangers. Bucci's probably going to be gone, and Texas just seems hot in August. I don't know if that's where I want to be, but I think it's amazing. I think it was only once since 2009 that the Giants have opened up the season at home, and they're opening up the season at home, and somehow they're ending the season at home. So they're kind of killing it on that front.
Yep. Well, we'll see what happens.
We're going to Boston, Anthony. Yes, we are.
Manfred is talking realignment. These people are starting to pitch this whole like reshaping of the divisions. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, on the one hand, a
lot of ideas, and a lot of them aren't good.
Yeah, logistically, there's some sense to it, but a lot of it's just like, why are you trying to fix something that's not broken? Just stop messing with these crazy travel schedules for the coastal teams. Like, okay, if you're going to have the Giants play the Mets and New York in the same season and play them in New York, make that road trip New York, and back. Right? Why do they have to go to like New York and then go to like Tampa Bay, or go to New York and then go to Philadelphia, and then like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's a road trip where the Giants go from, I think it's Washington, D.C. to Cincinnati and then back to Baltimore. And it's like, why didn't they just go Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and then Cincinnati, or Cincinnati, and then these things are so obviously like, why? What are you guys doing? You can't figure out, the schedule gets lumpy there. Come on. How long did you guys work on this? It's like I do Wordle every morning, and I got it in 2 today, and the second guess was too easy. So like, come on, guys, you're all it is a schedule. Just throw it in the AI, and here it is. Like it's not rocket science.
Yeah. So what do you think? Baltimore's coming off a pretty rocky little stretch, and they're coming into San Francisco, which is never an easy place to play for East Coast teams, I don't think. What do you got?
I was trying to do you happen to know the pitching matchups? Because I think that helps me decide. See, the Giants website is so messed up now that when I click on the game, it just takes me to buy tickets. It used to have like the
on your phone, it's better.
Yeah. But come on, I'm on the web, bro. I'm on a www.com. But let's say web pitch today. So tomorrow's Robbie Ray. Hopefully we get a win there. And then Roop's out. So are we going? Let's see, Wisenhunt Sunday, Saturday, maybe Keaton Wynn. Like, who am I missing here? I think there's Verlander. So Verlander maybe pitches against the Orioles, and he probably knows that team real well.
Yep.
I'd love to say sweep, but as a betting man, I would say 2 out of 3.
Yeah, I think they get a series win. I don't know about a sweep. Did hear some good news on Roop today. They went and got a second MRI just to make sure, and it's just a bone bruise. So they said 4 weeks. So maybe we see him pitch again before the end, but I think he's done.
It's the same thing with Eldridge. There's no reason to bring these guys up and risk getting hurt or just like anything, like unless like, if the Mets collapse happens, like I said, and the Reds start falling apart and the Giants just can't do anything but win, it could be an interesting last series of the year against the Rockies for us. I know a lot of other teams are playing tough teams, so anything's possible.
Rockies
the cards are stacked against us, but anything's possible.
Yeah, Rockies are 1 or 2 games away from losing 100 right now.
Here we go. Chardall wants on really bad, apparently.
I don't know. He said he could come on. I didn't say anything of the sort.
Don't worry. Kyle said on Monday, Bryce is not coming up. Yeah, no, we know Bryce is not coming up. Yeah, this is an interesting one too. The Fiend, he says, are they saving Melvin's job? I said they could be saving Melvin's job. We'll see. I think Buster doesn't want to fire Melvin unless he has to.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like, but there are these weird rumors. The conspiracy theorists are out. And apparently Bochy said he's not coming back to Texas. This is what I heard. I'm not coming back to Texas, but I'm not finished as a manager. And so everyone's like, oh, so he's coming to SF. I don't know if he even said that. It could have been some AI BS, you know, but I don't even know how to feel about that, Christian. Like, what are your thoughts? Like, do we want to rehash something that was so golden that all it can do is make, it's like, how many Star Wars do you want to make, right? The first 3 were great, and now you got 40, and it's like, which one is good? Which one sucks? Like, no, don't water down the system. Bochy in that era is forever. Let's keep that on the mantle and move forward, right? I don't know.
Yeah, and it's, you know, and people want to recapture that whole championship essence of 10, 12, 14. The problem is it's a lot of different pieces that all made that machine work and make it to the finish line. It wasn't just Bochy. So you bring Bochy back and it's all new crop of people, you know, like how does that, mechanically, how does that work? Like, I don't think it does. I don't think you recapture the lightning in a bottle. And I do think that guys like Bochy, you know, their time is kind of waning, if not already past, right? Just the age gap, the generation gap between the players and the philosophy and how the game is played now as opposed to, you know, 15 years ago. It's changed dramatically. The players have changed. The attitudes have changed. I don't know how well those people fit, you know? Like even Craig Counsell, who's running the Cubs, like he gets tossed today over balls and strikes. And it's like, did you not get the memo that like you're done if that happens? Like, I mean, he was instant ejection, right? Like he said something from the dugout and it's boom, you're gone. So I don't know. For me personally, I don't have any real solid feeling on Melvin one way or the other. I think he's a good manager. I don't know if he's the best managerial choice for the Giants. I will say this. I definitely don't think they should bring Bochy back. These sentimental reunion things, they never really work out, right?
It worries me. And I do worry more so about it just tarnishing what's awesome, you know? Yeah. It's kind of like, I think I said it last time, but like when they remake Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or something, you're like, dude, they nailed it. Like, just let it be. We don't need one version that's awesome and one version that's like kind of good. Like, it's just like have one that's awesome. Done, you know? Yeah. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. And, you know, look, if Bochy goes on to manage another team, they come to San Francisco, he's going to get his flowers, right? He's going to get all the love, the ovations from the crowd, because people are never going to forget.
Of course.
It's kind of like when Jordan retired from the NBA and then he came back and he wasn't really Jordan anymore, right? He was a shade. And so the shade, it's like, oh yeah, great. It's Jordan, but it's not Jordan. It's old guy who used to be Jordan. Mm-hmm. And I think the thing with Bochy is kind of the same thing. I see that Babe Rocks is saying that Bochy could have won with this team. Yeah, possibly. He might have managed this team to a better record than Melvin. I could see it, but I just feel like, yeah, it's time to move on to somebody younger, you know, like look at what Stephen Vogt's done. I mean, this year you can't count, but look at that. The 5
wins in a row, guys. Yeah, that's what I've said too. I agree with you, is that like, let's not talk about getting rid of someone until you have someone that is able to replace him that is a better choice, right?
Yep.
It's like everybody wants to just get rid of people. And then it's kind of the same thing I was thinking with Bryce Eldridge, honestly. It's like everybody wants to see what they haven't seen. And then when they see it, they're like, oh, it's like, just let it make its way. You know, it's like, it's cliche, but like, let Bryce break the door down and show up. Don't like throw him a rope and like tow him in. You want that dude just breathing down fools' necks and saying, I'm a beast. You know, like, you can't leave me in sack anymore. I hit a home run every time I'm up. Like, you know, I'm batting 320, like, you know, like whatever. So
yeah, you gotta let guys force the issue. And I think that Buster is in line with that philosophy. It's like, these guys will show us when they're ready, and we'll know. Not, you know, we think this guy is ready, but maybe not, but we'll see. Like, that was the Farhan thing. And it was like, just take a little sample and see. Maybe, oh no, we'll send him back. It's like, no, man, find your everyday guys that are major league ready. They got the grit, they got the power, they got everything they need, the mental, you know, the mindset, all of it. That's it's got to be that way. They can't be bringing up guys that are halfway ready, you know, and they spoiled a bunch of players doing that. So you said it in the last stream. You're saying, like, yeah, do it when he's ready, when he's breaking down the door. And I think you're 100% on point.
Yeah. And I think, you know, we could go on and say the same things over and over all night, but
yeah.
What do you think? I was thinking about a way we could play a little game where we can, I got the old selector thing. We give it 2 spins. If it hits Chardal, one of those 2 spins, he can come on.
How about it?
What do you think, Chardal? Are you still out there, or are you too tired? Because I'm seeing that you're angry. I'm seeing you're the GOAT, and then I'm seeing you're exhausted and you're tired. I don't know which version of you we're going to get. I know you've been doing a lot of programming with Coleman, who's probably just got his head buried in the sand. He seemed very disappointed in his Cubs. All right, Chardal says he's in. All right, so here we go. Ready? We're gonna do this, and you're gonna pray. You're gonna pray that it hits you. We're gonna give it 2 spins, and away we go. Ooh, Anthony Merkovich. That is not Chardal.
Does this mean if it lands on Anthony twice, Anthony has to come on? It's obligated to come on.
I don't think Anthony's down, but he's always welcome. Chardal. Oh, I didn't even know Daniel was on the thing. Wow. Chardal, we're going to have to save you for next show. And we'll guarantee you a spot for the next show. The Baltimore Orioles recap Sunday night. You're invited. We should just have you come on every Sunday night for the end of the week Chardal wrap up, and you can bring in all your energy and give us the lowdown on where we stand. Anthony says he'll come next time. I like this. All right. Look, guys, I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you. Babe rocks, The Fiend. I always loved The Fiend. Anthony, of course, you're one of our loyal listeners and love your support. You guys want to go out and go on other shows and hype us up. Tell the, what was my idea last week? Telling the, what's it called? The Hot Corner. Tell those guys, hey, if you really want to make it hot, why don't you bring Christian and Schmitty on? Just give them one weekend. See how hot it gets in here.
Yeah.
And then, D-Boggs, Cole, Daniel, all you guys, Chardal, obviously, we love you and we appreciate you guys being a part of our rambling. So thank you very much.
Yep. Yeah, I think
You know what? I think I could hear in the way background.
What kind of BS is this? What kind of BS is this? What kind of BS is this? This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. What?
I feel like yes, sir.
Yeah, I knew that was the pupusa fiend out there, just
of course
masquerading as the fiend.
There's only one pupusa fiend. And pupusa fiend, if you want to do us a favor, I don't know where you live, but I'm guessing Northern California. Give us your top 3 pupusa spots. Would love to hear, because I'm a pupusa fan. I used to have a spot in Redwood City that I thought was the best, and they went out of business. But yeah, let me know, especially in San Francisco. I've never really found a good pupusa spot in the city. We are always down for contributions. So if you guys want to come on the show, if you want to email me ideas, if you want to find out what Christian does with his new bike, any of it, just email us, let us know. Chardal's coming on September 21st, apparently. He's already booked himself for September 21st. So you're going to want to mark your calendars, guys. That's probably what, 28 days away, 28 days and counting. Yeah, so there you have it. We're going to give one more draw just to see if he could have even hit it for the 3rd time. It just wasn't meant to be for Chardal tonight, but thanks for playing along. That was fun.
Yeah, next Sunday is the 7th, right?
Yes, I think so.
So we're going to do a wrap, and it's going to be my 60th birthday, so it'll be a banger.
Ooh, let's get some special guests on for this. Wait, is that Sunday?
It's
next
a
Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, I got some work to do, and you guys can help. We got to give
playing out of town.
We got to give Christian a 60th salute. That means we're at least going 60 minutes, and I need ideas, guys. So email, what is it? I think it's, God, I got so many emails now. If you want to really email me, just send it to talkingschmidt@gmail.com. But I think there's a Forever Giants, but I don't know if it's, just go talking, or no, right here under my name. Look at that.
At Forever SF Giants.
Oh, yeah, DM me on the Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook, X, TikTok. We're out there with, Threads. We got all kinds of stuff everywhere, but there's only really 1 or 2 that are legitimate accounts, and that's Instagram pretty much. So, Chardal, love your enthusiasm. Really sorry if you're frustrated. This is some bullshit, but you know how it goes. Tomorrow's another day.
That's all right.
And Pupusa Fiend says,
let's take it out of the Orioles. That's what I say.
Look at this, Christian. D-Boggs coming in with the 47.
Yeah, flattery will get you nowhere.
Look at this. I gotta put this up so I can rewatch it and see where this is. Los Santiago in the Mission, La Bamba in Richmond, Los Santiago in South City are a good spot. So it looks like Santiago and Santiago, I'm guessing, are brother or sisters, like it's a little 1-2 punch. There's a really good deli in South San Francisco that Aaron Meza just turned me on to. It's right by the skate park too. So if you're ever over there, look for that. It's kind of by Kaiser.
They still have El Farolito in the Mission.
100%. 100%.
It used to be great.
Pretty bomb. I like that place, and I like the taqueria, and obviously Pancho Villa is kind of like centrally located. So a lot of people start their nights there because you got Bermuda Triangle right there with Delirium 500 Club and Casanova and Kilowatt, like all those little bars, and then the burrito spots right there. And it's kind of buffet style where you pick your things as you walk down. Did you ever go to that burrito place like in Mountain View? It was called like La Castana maybe or
La
something.
Castana. Oh yeah, dude, the burritos were like
that was the best
mega.
place I've ever been.
Yeah. That one burrito is 2 meals from that place.
Yeah, exactly. I was just interviewing Diego about Phil, and he said him and Phil would go there after work all the time. And he's like, it was like 2 tortillas. It was like this big, you know?
Yeah, he was like the size of your arm. The one place I miss, and I don't know if it's still there, but the car wash place. Okay, when Deluxe was on Egbert, and it was like out Army Potrero, like that whole termination that's like right where the freeway goes by, there was a car wash burrito place, and they made the nopales there, the cactus burritos. Dude, that place was rocking.
Where?
So good. It was we used to go there from Deluxe all the time. It was like, I can't remember if you took Silver Avenue down or whatever, but it's like if you're driving into the city on 101 and you come through that low spot, and it's like where Potrero kind of terminates, like out on the kind of southern end. It's hard to describe anyways.
Is it kind of by Jack in the Box and Lowe's and Burger King?
Yeah, it might be. And it was a car wash, and dude.
Oh no. Car wash was the best fish shrimp tacos I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay.
We used to go to car wash like 4 times a week.
Yeah, so you know the place I'm talking about.
Okay, I didn't know it was at that place. Yeah, I totally know. Yeah, that was like me and Preston would go there all the time. Be like, car wash taco, Schmitty. They got the dollar brews today. I got to get over there. Yeah, no, but the shrimp, the marination of the shrimp was phenomenal. Like that place was so bomb. I think that they moved it up to Haight Street, but it was never the same.
Yeah, that's usually the way it is. We had a car wash down here that made a chili relleno burrito that was like, we've never found anything that good, and this car wash place is long gone. So
yeah.
And our favorite fish taco place went away too. So like, we got one closer now, but it's not quite as good.
Why is Sherd also angry?
Oh no, hard day at the theme park.
What kind of BS is this? What?
Tough. Well, we got all kinds of little things. Maybe this will make you happy, Shardal.
What kind of BS is this? This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Bullshit.
Maybe that'll brighten up your day, huh?
All right. Well, let's put this one in the can and get ready for the weekend series.
I like it. Thanks, guys. Tomorrow I'll be on the field pregame looking for this man. Jim Palmer, Hall of Famer. Hopefully he's not too old to travel with the team this year. He's been traveling every year. And good dude, nice guy, usually signs. Adley Rushman, not so good, never signs. Gunnar Henderson, hit or miss. Holiday, hit or miss. I'll give you the full report Sunday, and you'll see every card I got signed. I'm hoping getting on the field is going to give me some privilege that I normally don't have, because the Orioles are a very tough team, and I've never done well with them. So we'll see what happens. But more importantly, obviously, Christian tells me this all the time. Winning the game is more important than your damn autographs. So, so there you have it.
Just tell Rutschman if he tries to blow you off, like, well, next year when you're here as our starting catcher and Bailey's a backup, you're going to have to sign for me, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know if he's coming or not. Do you think he will?
I think the Giants will make an attempt to get him. I don't think there's a lot out there that they're going to be able to get, just because it's a thin market. And man, if you can bring on a catcher that can hit and play good defense. I mean, look, Bailey had a great game behind the plate today. So, but the bat, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, I think our final words are going to be, don't Hulk out, bro. Because I need to get a soundbite of me saying, don't Hulk out, bro. That's, I love that. The Fiend, can't wait to see you as the Pupusa Fiend. Chardal, can't wait to see you Sunday night. And Giants, can't wait to see you tomorrow night win yet another game. This broom does not want to go anywhere. So if the broom's still there, that means another sweep.
Yep. Keep the ball in the yard, Robbie. Keep the ball in the yard.
Ball in the yard, Robbie. And let's pass it over to Buster, yeah?
It's time to go.
Let's go, San Francisco. Let's go, Giants.
Dude, that was one of the most mind-blowing shows I've seen to this day.
Do not drop that kid.
We're in the memory making business.
San Francisco is the Giants. The Giants are San Francisco.
The Giants are world champions.
See you soon. Thank you.
And I am forever a Giant.